Warning, the following contains spoilers. Watch at your own risk. Oh, just kidding.
Feels like a dream.
Morning, son.
Hold on a minute.
Lance Barber is back as George in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Episode 12 trailer. Despite George's death in young Sheldon, Chuck Lorre, Stephen Holland, and Steve Malaro have found a way to bring back the beloved character. The rest of his Texas-based family have all appeared in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, albeit in recurring roles as the spin-off sequel shifts the focus on the McAllisters. That being said, as part of the show, delving into Georgie's struggles, which were previously established in The Big Bang Theory, young Sheldon's follow-up is bringing back Barber for George's emotional return. In the new trailer for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Episode 12, via TV promos, Georgie meets his dead father in a dream. Titled Typhoid Georgie, the outing will see the eldest Cooper kid hallucinating at the height of his sickness, resulting in his fantastical reunion with his dad. Georgie and George's conversation takes place in the family's Medford home, which makes it all the more touching, if not a little bittersweet. What George and Georgie's dream reunion will be about. Georgie has been doing a great job filling his father's shoes. The trailer doesn't reveal anything about the conversation that the father and son will have in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. That being said, previous details about the episode have already been confirmed, including what happens when the pair sits down at the Cooper family kitchen table. As it turns out, Georgie will take the opportunity to share his worries about not doing a good job of taking care of Mary and Missy in light his death. It's safe to assume that George will be encouraging and even very proud of how much his firstborn has grown. It's no secret that George didn't have the best relationship with George. During the earlier seasons of the prequel, the pair used to fight a lot, as the Cooper patriarch felt like his son was wasting his life by not focusing on his studies and football. Before the young Sheldon finale, however, the Big Bang Theory spin-off gave the pair a brief but heartwarming moment as they fixed the roof. Unfortunately, that was the last time that they ever had any interaction before George unexpectedly died before their scheduled family photo shoot. Our take on George's return. In Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, it's unexpectedly soon for Barber's comeback. Admittedly, I never predicted that Lorre and his team would bring back Barber this soon. While I always anticipated that the actor would eventually reprise his role, primarily because of how beloved he was as George, I thought that it would at least take a couple of seasons of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage before it happens. Based on what we know about the special episode, however, it seems like his comeback will be brief but significant to Georgie's story moving forward, which is great, considering how much grief Mary has given him in the last few months since her husband died. The actor has been adamant about making sure that he only returns as George if there's a good story for it. Barber was opposed to undoing his death, and understandably so, considering that young Sheldon's George's funeral is arguably one of the best episodes in the Big Bang Theory franchise. So the fact that he was convinced to return, even for what appears to be a short dream sequence, suggests that whatever goes down in this meeting between Georgie and his dad will be very special. Perhaps it might even be able to change the trajectory of Georgie's arc moving forward. Can Barber come back as George? Beyond his upcoming First Marriage appearance, there are various other ways for George to return. George's dream return in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is inspired by Professor Proton's posthumous appearances in The Big Bang Theory. After Arthur Jeffries unexpectedly died in the nerd-centric sitcom, it was able to continue featuring Bob Newhart in Sheldon's dreams, memorably dressed up as Obi-Wan Kenobi. These scenes happened a few times, so if Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage needs to bring back Barber as George again, they can certainly do so by following what the flagship series has done. Maybe George can even appear in other people's dreams, particularly Missy, who has also been struggling since he died. Beyond the dream route, however, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage can bring back George in flashback sequences. Arguably, it's the simplest way to do this, considering that it can also be an expository tool for the series. This way, the scene can also be grounded in reality, which young Sheldon really leaned on during its final few seasons. There's also the home video route, which was how The Big Bang Theory featured Barber's George and Jordan's Georgie, despite where young Sheldon sits in the franchise's timeline. CBS has several options. They just need a good story for them. Thanks for watching.